I'm going to show you just some more of what his magic was last night, because here's a guy, he was the most improved player in the league this season. He was the best player on the court in his first ever NBA Finals game, and he showed you the whole repertoire. This is third quarter action here. He's spinning and he's scoring, giving the Raptors a 10-point lead, 3 for 3 in that quarter. He really dominated the third, which is usually Golden State's time. He personally was 5 for 5 in the third.
He was, and I heard a lot of Raptors fans say this last night, and I've seen it the whole year. When he doesn't settle for just shooting threes and he attacks the rim, that's when he's at his best.
Yeah, and I look, Draymond got into it with Champagne Papi. I thought I would never say this. I need to see more fight from Draymond.
Yeah.
Right? I need to see a little bit more, hey, take this personally. Now, again, there were some plays that could have gone either way, but I think I need Draymond to be a lot more aggressive.
Siakam, 14 of 17, 32 points in the win.
It's bigger than basketball, and every night that I go out there, I have a bigger purpose, and I play for something bigger than this basketball, and I think that's what makes it special. That every night I'm out there, no matter the result, no matter how many points I score, I'm playing for something bigger than myself.
I've heard a lot of people or him say some things this year, and they keep saying, "Are you surprised?" And he keeps saying, "No, this is what I've always envisioned for myself." So I think that's a powerful statement he makes as well. He believes in himself, and he went to work at it.
He's become a guy. And so, you got to – he put a lot of work in to get there, and I respect that. But like I said, I got to take him out of this series, and that's on me.
All right, you just said it.
Respect.
He just said it. Yeah. What's the adjustment there? What do they – obviously, 82% from the floor doesn't happen every single night, but he killed them last night. What do they have to do defensively?
Well, their game plan was great. I actually like the Warriors' game plan. They wanted the other guys to beat them, and the other guys did. But I think if you're like, okay, how can we build off of this? I need to see more aggression. I don't want this man to shoot 2 free throws and have 17 field goals and make 14 of them. One time, put him on his butt. One time, slap him across his hand. One time, just do something. Foul him away from the ball. There's more things that you can do, and I'm not saying play dirty, but if you're not showing any resistance and it's just like ticky-tack fouls, then he's going to be able to eat all night.
I think you got to give him a lot of credit, though, Greeny, because as a young basketball player, I think he settled into taking a lot of threes. And one of the things that happened in transition, you saw Golden State as they're matching up. There were a lot of times Draymond wasn't on him. There was a smaller player on him. And for Pascal to recognize I have smaller players on me, I can drive, I can get you to the rim, I can punish you with those shots around the basket, that says a lot about his maturity as a player. Now, he needs to sustain that in order for him to continue to win these games.
And look, when the Warriors are playing small, this is where you see them miss Kevin Durant, right? Because now Kevin Durant is 7 feet tall with length. Where you saw there, Siakam is bigger than everyone else on that small ball team for the Warriors. But when you have Kevin Durant, a 6'11" guy with a 7'5" wingspan, he can come over and contest some of those shots. He can come over and block some of those shots or just give a little bit more resistance. So the Warriors have to make an adjustment just purely based off their lack of size.
All the conversation that we had leading up to this, and as good as Golden State looked and all the attention we were paying to Milwaukee, the one thought that I kept having watching this game last night was, I think a lot of us, myself included, missed the boat on just how good Toronto is. You don't
They were favored in the game, Greeny.
They were favored last night in the game. But you watch it. Last night, it did not have the look of a fluke. Like, as the game was going on, it did not have the look of a surprise. It had the look of a team that can just stifle you defensively. That was a stifling defensive performance.
And you look at it, they were down 0-2 to Milwaukee, right? So they're showing multiple different facets. Like, they can come back, they can lead the series. Like, they are showing a focus that it takes to be a champion, and that's why they're here right now, and you have to give them credit. It's only one game, but they're showing that, hey, this is going to be a series.
And I'll say this, Steph is watching that game last night, and with that kind of length, Steph is the only guy, Greeny, that can do something off the dribble.
Yeah.
He's the only one that can get his own shot off the dribble, with the exception of Draymond. If Draymond's a creator, but he has 6 turnovers.
But again, the Warriors, they knew this. When you went all superstars and limited bench, you knew that the only thing that could possibly slow you down is injuries, and here they are dealing with injuries. You got Andre Iguodala that's hobbled. You got Boogie Cousins that's just coming back, and there's really no signs on whether or not Kevin Durant's going to play.
Well, that actually leads us directly to where Stephen A. took us as we were checking in with him, and his reaction last night was talking all about that, all about the supporting cast. One team was big and one team not so at all.
When Golden State doubled Kawhi Leonard, other guys stepped up. When the Toronto Raptors doubled Steph Curry, virtually no one stepped up. Klay Thompson may have had 21 points, may have hit 8 or 17 shots and what have you, but where was anybody else? If you're the Golden State Warriors, somebody has to step up on the offensive side of the ball and help out Steph and Klay. Give me about 15 points, whether you're Iguodala, you're Livingston, you're Looney, anybody that you can find. Give me something offensively.
So you heard him going through the names there, whether you're Iguodala, you're Livingston, you're Looney. Who's going to do it?
That's right. Well, with all due respect to everybody that he just mentioned, like, who's really going to do that?
Well,
Alfonso McKinney?
Well, I don't want to talk as much. If we're going to talk about that, we're not going to talk about offense. So somebody definitely needs to step up for the Warriors, but I think they need to play better defense. Like, that's where the Warriors, people forget that the Warriors have been a top 3 defensive team during this 5-year stretch of dominance. They've been a high-level defensive team, very similar to what Toronto is doing right now. But obviously you're missing guys and guys are hobbled. But if you're going to give up 50% from the field and 40% from 3, on the road, you're not going to win many games. So if their focus needs to be more on the defensive end than on the offensive end.
I hear you, but last night you're sitting behind the bench and I'm watching him. I see Andre Iguodala say to Steve Kerr, like, my knees seem like they shot. They seem like they're shot.
Yeah.
Right? So if you're taking Andre Iguodala out of the picture, Kevon Looney, Jordan Bell, Quinn Cook, Sean Livingston. Like, these are legitimate names. You're saying you have to give me.
And they still scored 108 points.
I agree with
someone on the other side going 14 for 17. I'm not saying that Toronto can't win this series. I think that this is going to be a great series that not a lot of people know which way it's going to go. But what they're going to need to do is they're going to need to make this more of a defensive series than us trying to outscore you.